What's up, Those Boys fans? If you could do us a big favor and go ahead and hit the subscribe button or like this video, we would really appreciate it. Helps the algorithm and it helps us feel inspired and motivated to keep doing this. So if you're watching me right now talking into this microphone, looking at the beautiful Those Boys sign, then hit the subscribe button. Zach, go ahead and give it to them.
Hey guys, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your little mouse button, hit that little red subscribe button right there. Right.
I hope it's on that side.
Right there.
I keep getting it wrong.
Right there. You can move it around too.
I did. Yeah, I did the last time.
You're just going to click that subscribe button.
Hit the subscribe button.
And you know what? You never have to watch us again. Just give us a subscribe or even like the video.
Or keep watching us.
I think we're entertaining.
I don't know if we are or not. But we are doing this because I believe that we are very entertaining.
Either way, we're going to get a hell of a lot better at episode 100.
Here we go.
You're here early.
Together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Subscribe!
No, it's disgusting.
We're getting better and better. That's the point. But you were just talking about... right now, I'm thinking like the music that cues in my song. Like,
it's so interesting how you're just
pieces.
Your kind of joke song. I won't even say joke song. You're kind of like
the backstory.
I'm gonna throw in that track, and then now it's like I think that's the Those Boys song, dude.
It is.
Yeah.
But what's funny is I was gonna use that song with somebody I met on Instagram, and a young gal who I think was living in Chicago, like in college at the time. And she just come up on my feed. I forget. Maybe she'd commented on a blouse thing a long time ago. I don't know. But she had like, oh, that's right. She played electric guitar, really soft, just like set up her iPhone and play electric guitar and sing to it. And I was like, dude, for some reason, I was like, I want that girl to sing on one of my songs.
I remember this. I remember when she hit you up.
So then I hit her up and I was like, yo, you have a dope voice. I'd love for you to be on one of my tracks. And she was like blown away because we had music released. And this was still back when like music on Spotify or iTunes was like.
And she sent you the vocals from her phone, right? Wasn't the whole thing?
So it was really good. And I have those vocals. I want to say that was like 2018. And so I kind of flopped on that track with her and I forget what was going on, but I didn't release anything. And then 2019, I put out Neoman's album and then the pandemic. But that song I just never did anything with it. Plus it was like mixed really low. So it's really quiet. Works well for the cast.
Totally.
What's up, Those Boys fans? Welcome to episode 13.
This is that episode.
And why is it that episode?
I was just agreeing with you. This is that episode, which is episode 13.
Yeah. Because it's like a scary number, 13? Like Friday the 13th?
Nope. We just had Halloween. We don't got to get scary. I don't need to be scared.
That's true. Actually, we're getting close to Thanksgiving, which is a holiday that's only celebrated here in the United States.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm not thankful. Okay. Let's move on, though. Quick question. I am deboggled on the fact that we glorify serial killers. Like, does that bug you as much as it bugs me? We have these amazing...
You mean the Jeffrey Dahmer, not Netflix?
That's what I'm thinking about. But there's a lot of them. And there's also just like real documentaries about like serial killers. And we give them so much attention. And they get on Netflix and they are either still alive and in prison and now they're famous. It's like, why are we doing that? Why are we glorifying them with entertainment? Because it's not Let me
just say, how about this? Because I don't watch the shows. Do you watch these shows?
My girlfriend's really into the shows.
Here it comes. Once again, Zach is going to relay to us another story of how his girlfriend is influencing him to do things he does not want to do.
Well, I mean, your girlfriend influenced you to do what?
Get engaged? I don't have a girlfriend.
Happy engagement, Nathan! Hey!
I bought myself a silicone ring off Amazon.
Nathan,
because I can't go without a ring.
Fiance Megan just got engaged last Wednesday,
and you
are a taken man, my friend.
I've been taken.
No, I know, but you are now at the next level.
I can't even tell you, man, what like being engaged. I have this whole new power. It's like it's coursing through my whole body,
dude.
There it is again. It's coarsely the love.
Yeah.
It's the next stage of life. Been wanting this since I was born. I wanted to be married since I was born. I came out of the womb like marriage. When is my turn? When is my turn? Yeah.
Marriage.
Yeah, I was the tadpole.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm engaged. Thank you. And you were in the bushes.
I was hiding out in the bushes right outside the vineyards there for a good while. I showed up a little early to make sure there was parking and everything was great and perfect, and it was freezing.
It was very cold.
And then I was like, okay, I'm going to get out and get set up. And
it gets colder on it.
And then you guys weren't leaving yet, and it was already been like 15 minutes, and I was out there. I'm just like, I'm going to go sit in my car. What am I doing? Like, my feet are numb, and it's freezing, and they haven't even left their house yet. And then I remembered I had you on Find My Friends, and so I was just watching your location for a good minute. And then when you guys started to get like 12 minutes away, I had to be hiding away, It
was perfect.
Yeah.
In a nutshell, I was going to take her on a hot air balloon ride, which I was going to try to do last year for her birthday, but her birthday falls on November 1st, which majority of the time is pretty cold and windy, which I didn't know that hot air balloons don't go up on cold days. I guess hot air, cold air.
If it's misty, they don't go up. If it's cloudy, they don't go up. If it's a little windy, they don't go up. If it's too hot, they don't go up.
Right. So I used to be very frustrated about this, and I got really frustrated again. Second year in a row, they canceled my hot air balloon flight with my partner. And this time it was all about the engagement. And so then plan B came into effect, which plan B was plan Blaustone, plan Zachary Blaustone, plan. Oh, yeah, exactly.
How do I get out again? Is it a 6?
It's a 6. And which I don't know if you've noticed that we have some new lights.
We just put them up. We've been here for the last about 3 hours putting these lights up.
And it's not even perfect. It looks a little homeless, but you know what?
Dude,
who cares?
You know what? Those boys is a little homeless.
It's funny because this is done at a home.
We are going to be homeless until we're not homeless anymore. And it's going to be, we know it's funny. By that time, we'll probably have some viewers that will see that it's like, oh, they're not homeless
But I think
anymore.
what you mean to say is we are homed. We want a studio that is homeless. We don't want to be in the home.
Yeah.
So right now we are home. We want to be a homeless studio. We want to be a studio. Right now we're a garage studio, which you would never know looking at us like this. Anyways, what I was saying, I was supposed to get a hot air balloon. And I might as well just tell the engagement story really quick. And so
1 minute. You have 1 minute.
I'll try to go fast.
Make it
so then they cancel it and I'm pissed. The next morning I wake up, it's clear blue skies and no clouds. And I was like, fucking motherfuckers are against me in this hot air balloon ride. They don't want me to go up there. Maybe it's not meant to be. So then me and you talked the night before and I was like, here's what's going to happen. You remember that place I used to sneak out and I used to go to East Side Road and smoke weed with my buddies at night. I was like, which is a funny place to go smoke weed because it's like the most gorgeous vineyards and roaring hills. And but there was like one turnout ever since like before my first car. It's where you got high the first time was East Side Road.
It was East Side Road. It wasn't that.
I know it was way deeper, but it's still the same road. There's
there's so much life,
so much history on that road.
Yeah.
And I was like, hopefully this works out perfect. Zach's gonna have to deliver and just make it happen because I don't know what to expect. But I knew that area so well because I've been going there forever. So I wake Megan up. I tell her, I'm like, get up, get out of bed, get pretty. She's like, what? And I'm like, get your face on, put makeup on, put good makeup on. She was like, okay. Cause it's like, it's her birthday. She's all excited. She gets all pretty. We get in the car, we drive out. Your car is kind of parked off into the distance. And I know that she can see it. I'm playing like classic love songs like Whitney Houston and Love Goes On, like all the classics. And she's just like, every song I was playing, she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, whatever. Pull the car over. She sees your car and she's like, what is Zach's car doing here? And I looked at her and I was like, get out of the car. And she was like, what? And I was like, get out of the car right now. And I was like, hit the power button. She was like, what's going on? I was like, get out of the car. Like, close it, get out, walk around. She's not getting out. Open the door for her. She gets out and you're like telling me where to walk. So I'm like, you're like, go down this ditch and you're going to see the cement block, go around the cement block and just keep walking. I'll be there. And I was like, okay. So there's fog, it's freezing. And like, I don't see you. I don't see you anywhere.
Yeah.
And I go around the cement block and I see the ditch and I look at Megan and I'm like, we have to go down that ditch. And she was like, why? And I was like, go down the ditch like with me. I grab her hand. We run down the ditch. I still don't see you. And I'm like, he better not be somewhere I can't find you. And then all of a sudden, this like weird man in a hoodie comes out of nowhere, like creeps up. And all we hear, and I'm like, oh my God, totally fucking scared, man. Because I was like, totally knew you were there, but I was just so nervous about everything. And then Megan sees you and you're like, I'm not here. Or what did you say? You're like,
no. She's like, hey, Zach. And I was like, I didn't say anything. I was like, I didn't know what I would say, And so I just kind of holding the camera, and then I was like, I'm just gonna keep smiling and walk behind them.
All right.
So you knew to walk forward.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's kind of like, hey, I'm here.
And but like,
got to get the pictures.
I was I think this cast is helping. Like, just because you were doing the pictures, I immediately was like, Zach, the camera. I got to act.
Yeah.
I was like, it's go time.
Yeah.
Zach's not making it. Zach's just looking at me. I better talk. So it was like, Megan's like, Zach, like, what are you doing here? And I was like, Megan, come here. And I grabbed her and I just was like, boom, knee goes down. And she like, everything happened. Her tears went under her eyes. And I'm having a hard time remembering.
Oh, I remember it.
Like everything I said, but I made this whole speech and she remembers all of it. And
you were like, I know everything and all. And there's more. And here is your rings.
Don't listen to him. He's lying right now. He was taking pictures. Zach sounded like the paparazzi. All of a sudden I get on one knee and everyone realized in that moment it was go time. And it was just like, oh, he's here to take pictures.
I never stopped because I know.
Yeah. And I was like, do not listen. Do not influencer in the wild. Do not. This is not an influencer. This is an engagement. I was like, this isn't an influencer. I mean, I'm trying to be engaged here. So I just like, I fucking killed it, man. I was like in the moment, forgot you were there, looked at her dead in the eyes. And I was like,
you did a great job, dude.
I was going to take you on this hot air balloon ride, but I'm happy it's canceled because it like brought you back here to my childhood. And it's a full circle because you, baby, you are my hot air balloon ride. And you make me feel like we're floating through time and space. And I never want that to end. And I said, blah, 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 some more shit. I can't remember. And then I was like, well, will you kiss me?
I thought you were going to.
And she was like, what? And I was like, kiss me right now. No, just kidding. Then I opened up the ring and I had like 4 different rings in there because the ring I got was from her mom from India because her mom is from India and she was born in India. And there's a crazy history behind that ring. But it's Indian gold. So it's nice, bright yellow. Your boy's engaged. Oh,
Daddy's engaged.
Yeah. Going down the rock and roll and the roller coaster where you're gonna know you wanna go. If you got that booty, make it bounce, make it scream, and make that booty go down on the movie scene. You can take me back to the San Francisco where the fishies like to dance and the babies prance. So then I took her out to brunch. We packed because we went to Tennessee for one of her friend's wedding because I wanted to do for her friend's wedding so she could be in the wedding and have this wedding ring on all that. Gave her the ring. And then got her a hotel in Union Square, San Francisco. And then we went and saw Moulin Rouge at the Orpheum. It wasn't on Broadway, but it was Broadway, Moulin Rouge. And that shit, I cried. She cried. We cried. We're engaged. Let's go. Let's go. Taking the W now. No L's here. I was a stand for my girl, and she was like, that's the stand for me. That's the CEO for me.
I love how you're learning still. You remember.
I'm fit.
You're fit, dude. Dude, you are so tomorrow.
Is that a new one?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
someone's got to get a 6.
Thank you for taking the pictures. I mean, I already clipped them in at this point.
Yeah.
I'm going to show them all. Like,
yeah.
I'll just like put them on the screen like squares.
Totes.
Thank you for taking the pictures. I wanted to tell you that because Megan shared them on her Instagram, and I realized I haven't shared a picture on my personal Instagram since last Christmas.
Yeah, it's weird now.
And it was with me and Megan.
Yeah, it's weird.
So I was like, now I'm engaged. What have I done for the rest of my life the last year? Nothing.
Yeah.
I am whipped. It's like, dude, this dude's done. Life's over.
This guy's off the planet.
Like, if it wasn't for this cast, goodbye. See you later.
It would be, though.
A bohemian in the garden.
It would be. For both of us, this cast brought us back to life.
Well, Science is always going to be putting out music. Gross. I have to take that out now because you're a sexist pig.
December 30th, my new song comes out.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going to keep promoting that every episode until then.
You should.
Yeah, I will. December 30th.
We can get into some more talks here, but let's go ahead.
Gotta get that 6. We're playing Trouble today, and we gotta be going through it.
All right, go.
Oh, you little
Let's
dirty
go.
Slut.
It's because I'm engaged.
Slut bag. You're such a slut bag, dude. Son of a penis. I hate this game.
Let's go. Come on. Let's go one at a time. I'll kick your ass one at a time.
That's because you play this game with your... Oh, my goodness. You play this game with your kid, like, all the time.
You realize all we do is bump the bump, and then you go, and you bump the bump, then you go. Your turn.
Yes.
I'm aggressive. Oh, you're too aggressive.
I'm too a lot of things.
Hey, gotta kick your ass. You're in trouble. You're in trouble.
Go. Oh, wait, you just went.
This is probably not. They don't know what it is.
Oh, you can't use it.
Bummer. Will you ever come out of the clock? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't say those things anymore. Damn it.
Just came out. Just came out, baby. I'm coming out.
I want the world to know. Oh, 2.
No! You talk shit, you get shat on, bitch. I mean, yeah.
I've been doing that on the cast where I do this face a lot. Yeah. Because it looks so intense.
It does. It feels intense. You can feel it. Yeah, baby. Hey, baby. Coming in hot. Oh, boy.
Could have stealed. You could have got me.
Oof. All out. All out on the dance floor. We balling out on the... Wow, you and these 6s, dude.
Hey, you better hope I don't get a 6. You're going right back at home.
Oh! Yeah! You're a dirty little slut.
You know those bumps land.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Don't speak too soon in the trouble game. Find yourself in trouble. I can count. Where are you gonna go, man? You want to stay behind me? What if you get a 6 next time? Then you can't come out.
It's worth
Remember,
it. It's worth it.
You gotta take risks in this game to win.
You gotta take whisks.
See that finger?
Yeah. See that finger?
You're about to kill me right here. Please don't, dude. I'm trying so hard. You really are playing me really hard right now, man.
You're gonna get a 6 and a 7. See, I told you, man. You and these 6s.
You better not get a 6.
Ooh, close.
Do you even remember playing this game when you were younger, or only with Evan?
Only with Evan.
I can't even remember playing it younger.
I think it was a different game.
The thing, I do have a memory of like the silver, like titanium.
Yeah.
Thing. You're lucky.
I'm a lucky boy.
He's safe.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He comes in with 1.
Yes. Okay, that was good. Yeah, good place to stop. I don't know if we're able to finish this game. This game's a long one. This is going to be 2 weeks late, but Drake's and 21 Savage's new album.
What do you mean it's late? It's going to be popping for the next year.
Yeah, it's such a fucking good album. Blown away by it. I just want to congratulate them both. They did a fantastic job.
Wow.
All the producers.
Wow, man.
But hip hop right now.
It is a great album. It's fun. They hit every level of like trends, the clicks.
Yeah.
All of the I know why they're doing that. I know why they're doing that.
Smart.
Do you have a favorite track yet?
Yeah, I mean, there's
say
like
Broke Boys?
4. No, there's 4, dude, that are like, I just been kind of cycling through those 4, and then there's like 3 other ones that I'm like, oh, every time I listen to them, I'm like, oh, that's still fire.
Can you even remember the titles?
Pussy in Millions is good fucking content.
So good.
More money, more problems. Bring on the problems. Bring on the motherfucker.
Yeah, it's good.
Goes off, dude.
It's a great song.
That one and Broke Boys I bounce between those two quite a bit.
But no,
so producers have been doing this for a minute in hip hop, but it's starting to get so prevalent that I can't not mention it. I'm doing it in my music too. I did it with 21. A lot of my new music coming out does it. But basically for the first, you have an intro and then maybe like some pre-chorus, a chorus, and then maybe it'll go into a verse, but most of the time at the end of that chorus, it switches to a different song and it goes intro, pre-chorus, chorus ends. And so it's this ADHD type of way to listen to a music where it's like, you don't want to listen to more than a minute and a half. You're going to skip it anyway. And so instead of them...
You're squeezing in more songs.
Yeah, exactly.
So like this one, like the opening title to 21 Savage and Drake's new album was literally 3 songs in one. Didn't have 3 different like tracks.
Yeah, no, it keeps cutting out. That one was quick too. Those are only like minutes.
Yeah.
And I love it. So the thing is, like, that's how I started producing now. And it's just, those are the best and most fun parts of a song to produce. And I feel like when I produce a song, the intro, pre-chorus, and chorus just comes so naturally.
So these cuts are like they're shockingly like,
but it's also
they shock you. You're
it's
like,
the same way. So like content has changed so much just since the pandemic. Short content has kind of taken over the entertainment world, and it's because it satisfies that quick dopamine release. So you're just scrolling, dopamine release, scrolling. Now when you're listening to music, it's happening in hip hop. I think it's going to go to pop. And then I think it's going to go everywhere. I think we're going to start hearing acoustic artists using it at some point. I know that's a wild thing to think about, like acoustic songs being switched up like that so quick, because really the attention span we have now as like active young adults is about a minute until you're kind of bored of the idea. And I notice it in myself and I don't like it, but it's the way I like to be entertained now. And everything's short content, and now my music is so quick, and I really loved this album like a lot, and it's because only a few songs are full song ideas. Everything else is just really quick intro, pre-chorus, chorus.
Real quick before I even ask this to get this right. So it's intro, chorus,
no, pre-chorus,
intro, pre-chorus, chorus, verse 1,
no verse. Most of the time there's no verse, unless so like with Drake and 21, sometimes they would throw a verse on each other's songs. And so you would have that verse, but it's basically like the first part is a verse. So that intro is verse 1. And then it goes pre-chorus, chorus. In your head, you're like, I can't wait till that chorus comes back. Never does. Because it switches to a whole new song, which has a dope ass, even if not better intro with a better pre-chorus and a better chorus. They almost are putting the heat on that second beat, and it's super smart.
It's kind of like when people are like, make sure you watch to the end of this video. And you're like, oh, because they want you to watch the whole video. Yeah. Like, this is the way where it's like, dude, remember that song Pussy in Millions? No, but the second song.
Yeah.
Like, you have to listen to the whole thing to get to there.
It's the switch up when it switches up. So it's like in my song coming out,
Jinx.
Keep Coming Back, that end part is only about
45
seconds.
About.
They don't, but they will. And about like that 45-second end part is such fun energy. And even our graphic designer, Chantel, who did the album art, she even said, she's like, that's the part I love, is that part when it switches up and like the energy's there. It's like all your friends there. And I'm like, that's why I did that, is so there's that break in the song, because it's definitely more of a full of a song and then an ending that I did. But it's that break that you want to hear again. So you have to listen to the whole song to get to that part.
Second question.
Yeah.
Or next question is, which artist do you remember ever hearing do this first?
First, I mean, Kendrick for sure.
Kendrick, yeah. Kendrick was the first, man.
Kendrick
I remember
was
it being like,
Butterflies. What was that album called? Something but Butterflies? To Pimp a Butterfly.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Fuck that album. That album's amazing.
Yeah, he deserved everything they took it from him.
Oh my God. That's when Kendrick became a god of music
for the world, but the industry was like, we don't play by the world's rules. We play by our rules.
He was like, so ahead of the game in that production.
Yeah, I don't think he got anything for that album. It was the next album. He got best album of the year for Damn.
I mean, dude, rewards were schmords. He got millions of fans from that fucking album.
Of course, but I'm just saying that like it's wild. It's like the whole Macklemore thing, it's like Macklemore getting it. It's crazy.
I mean, it's racism in this fucking nation if you want to just call it blatantly.
I mean, Thrift Shop was a dope track.
Love it.
Oh. Yeah, that's a hot take. I another thing I was thinking about while you were talking about all this is because we both been producing music since we were very young, and you're a singer, songwriter. You came out of guitar, and like I'm a drummer in a band or different bands, and then started producing music. You started producing music, and so we produce so differently. When it comes for me, like I remember that track I wrote with Blouse, and I forget the name of it, but it was like 4 tracks in one.
Yeah, it was.
It started with an A, Ample.
Ample,
and
yes.
We never released it, but it was like came in so hot, like that hip hop beat. And then it went a little bit more like flumy.
Yeah.
And then it ended up becoming drum and bass.
Yeah.
And like, I remember when I was writing all that, I was like, when I would explain it to like you or anybody, I was like, I know it sounds so ADD, but I like this idea. And I can't remember.
That was extreme ADD because it was 4 songs.
It was 4 songs in one, but still when it comes to like what hip hop's doing, I think that like dance music could do this. Like, you know, like anybody could like start doing this thing where they're creating
dance music started that idea.
Really? You think so? It was
of one idea. It's like, so on Her Loss, 21 Savage and Drake's album, major distribution. It's
From
like
now on, you can just
song
say
2.
Her
I don't know.
Loss.
I like doing call outs.
I like doing call outs.
I like doing full call outs because it shows, I think it's an amount of respect. It's like, dude, I'm giving you the album title, I'm giving you the album song, and I'm recognizing the artist.
As if they need any more respect, but you always say, I respect the legends. You say, I respect the legends. And I'm like, sure. I respect the legends too, man.
I would never.
Luckily for us, even if we disrespected them, they'd be in the history books. So it's legendary,
it's
regardless.
So legendary. But no, so in major distribution, that song, Drake starts like major distribution. It's like this very like you don't know where he's going, and you're waiting for it to kind of be like a Drake singing song, and then instantly it's like murder gang shit, and you're like but it's like such that switch up.
Right.
What were you talking about before that I brought that up for?
I was just talking about how I wrote that song Ample, and this is something that's been like, it's hot, like abrupt changes. I don't think, I know we're calling them ADD, but I think it's just creative shocking. You're creatively shocking the listener. When I would, like, I've always thought like, cause that's a trend and that's something that clicks. And I was thinking like, we don't really have a choice. Like what these artists do, we're like, oh my God, that's brilliant. And then as producers ourselves, we either copy something that's brilliant and we know is going to work, right? That's kind of like how it works. Just somebody comes up with something new. So that's why I wanted to ask you, like, who was the first artist you ever heard of that did this? And the one that comes to you is Kendrick, because it was done so brilliantly and it was done in a new way.
Thanks for bringing that up.
That's what makes art legendary.
That's why I brought that up, is that happy to sad really quick. I'm pretty sure that came from mainly dance music. That's where I started to see it the most, where it's like almost like a certain type of techno buildup that you would think would go into a techno drop, and then it's like dubstep to the max.
Oh yeah.
Something where it's like a switch up, and you're like, oh, what a dirty fucking
the idea of a drop
yeah.
gives you the opportunity to drop whatever you want.
I feel like
without
these are
people knowing what's coming.
So I feel like the song switches, and you're like, dude, that drop. That's what it feels like.
And like everyone gets crazy. I like
it's
that.
Bringing drop,
like
to hip hop, which is going to bring the drop to other things.
Are you telling me right now?
I'm telling it
that dance music is like, once again, like disco and dance is influencing the rest?
I think if you try hard enough, you can prove that every form of music is influencing every form of music. So it's like we're very associated with dance music, so therefore we can find the connection in dance music.
Hold on, say that again. I got this. Say it again.
I think every form of music is influencing every form of music. Yeah. It's a deep one, dude.
Yeah, I like that. I think you mean everything everywhere all at once, which means like it matters. Everything matters. Mm-hmm. Our good friend from the past, you would always tell us that art is just art being copied off something from the past, but redone its own specific way, which means everything is its unique thing. Even if it's pretty much identical, even like doppelgangers or people online that mimic like fake Ariana Grandes, you're like, that's not art. It's like, actually, it's still kind of a form of art. You're just like pretending to be somebody else so perfectly that you can't tell the difference. It's creepy, and that's artsy. It's like bizarre, but I think that everything can be considered art. It's just a matter of relatability, different, shocking. So like a change up in a song that's like rules. Gotta record it this way. Gotta be, intro, verse, chorus, pre-chorus, chorus, verse 2, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro, right, and like then like the bridges started to get kind of brought to the pre-choruses started to becoming more bridges. Like I started to see more of how like whatever was really trendy at the end of a song started to become
the front,
the pre, and so I think that like what you're saying is instead of there being a bridge, there might be bridges in the first part, but this is like an extended bridge where the bridge has always been what people love. They're like, oh, dude, when the bridge comes in. So this is now like, oh man, when track 1B, you know, it's like we have 1A and then 1B. And like, I think it's just, you could call it keeping attention. You could call it cramming 2 into 1. Like you can release 20 songs in 10 songs if you wanted, right? By doing 2 each track. And it's just really smart. I think it's like really fun. It's really creative. You're doing it really well. I think it makes a lot of sense it's hard to stick on one idea for 3.5 minutes when songs are already getting down to 1.5 minutes.
Well, and just no one's listening to music that long anymore. Like unless you really fucking love an artist.
When you say that, I disagree because what you're saying is nobody.
Well, no.
When reality is like,
lose our, like, so when I'm listening to my Spotify, by the time I get to the part I don't want to hear anymore, so it's like verse comes in, pre-chorus comes in, chorus hits. It's a great song. I love this
I hear
song.
what you're saying.
It goes back to verse, unless that verse is super surprising and way different than the first verse and really artsy, and I like it and it's produced really well, then I'll listen to the whole song. But there's a lot of editing that need to happen.
So if you are listening to the whole song, they just found a way for you to get to the end.
Exactly.
Now, but it used to be 1.5 minute songs, 2-minute songs. Now some of these songs are 3-4 minutes long, but
they're 2 songs.
2 songs, and it keeps your attention. And so whenever you make comments like nobody's listening to music anymore, what it does is it makes you come off like you really understand how everyone listens. The thing is like I think there's so many people I talk to that are listening. All they do is listen to full albums. Yeah, I know so many of my close friends from like the city are like. So I think that there's the way I would phrase that is like, we are seeing trends. Like there are trends that work. Drake, 21 Savage, Kendrick, whatever. These are legends that are also in pop culture. They're at the top of the game and they're working with a lot of different producers. They have their closest people. But what I challenge you, because this is what I want to try to do or what I want to do with my music, whether it's under Neoman or Nene, is how can you shock, like, because all the music you write is going to be, it's beautiful sounding. And so what else is out there? Like what else is going to be relatable to people, shocking, and that isn't what's being done now. You know what I'm trying to say? Like trying,
as in the same concept of like song change ups and things. Like what's the next thing? Is that what you're asking?
Like those boys are legendary.
Okay.
I think we're legendary.
Yeah.
So like, what's the legendary thing that we can do? For instance, Booty House was a little bit, we found other artists we love, like Dirty Bird. And I know that Booty House comes from the past, but we coined our own genre.
Yeah.
We came up with our own 808s, hyphy. Still so many people I was talking to in Tennessee don't even know what hyphy music is. Like, and so like we were really kind of bringing a Bay Area genre and mixing it into a deep house sound. We're like, wanted to create a different sound. And I think that uniqueness to that, a little bit of that difference in that sound to our personalities is what made Blouse kind of its own different little package. And we were talking about this, that a lot of the newer music you're writing is like beautiful, but you're like following the guidance of the legends that you love and respect, i.e. producers of Drake and the producers of 21 Savage. Most of the
songs we're talking about are not produced by the people that are rapping on them.
That's what I'm saying. You're following the producers.
Yeah. And so I like I'm really drawn to producers. I don't think I'm like, I mean, of course, anything Drake like raps on or sings on, I think his voice sounds so good, it doesn't really matter. Same with 21. That's why the album is so good, is every time they're rapping, I'm like, damn, they sound so cool. And the way they pronounce everything is so cool. But like, in reality, what I'm vibing the most is who produced the song. And so it's like, oh man, the feels in this production is amazing.
Oh no, I got you. I just think that nobody knows, unfortunately. Like the fact is it's important that people know, like you have to, I think your image for your art, regardless if it sounds identical to a Drake song or it sounds identical to a 21 Savage, the reality is you're doing it top to bottom.
Well, it's
important that people know that you're producing, you're singing, you're mixing, you're mastering.
Yeah.
And like same thing with this cast is like, I don't care how anyone else is doing anything, but I know that we are putting in top to bottom work. Everything you see here,
everything you've ever seen about those boys only been done by us.
By us. A lot by you. And I've taken a lot more weight on myself. Everything you ever hear from Signs, like besides some pretty minimal graphic design for your art, just for the release, everything's going to be done by you.
Yeah.
Top to bottom.
100%.
And some people have even told me that the way your music sounds mastered is the best they've ever heard it. Like, and we've had one of our friends on the Neoman track, Jim, even said, Jim Tower just put out a new track himself and he's writing new music. He even told me, he was like, my voice sounded the best on your track ever. And I was like, yeah.
He's also got a really fucking fun voice to edit.
He's got a great,
he's got like a really nice vocal fry that like if you compress it and EQ it just right, it's like,
it's crystalline.
It comes through so crystally, man. It's beautiful.
And but I think, my challenge was like, just for us is like, just like this podcast is you just got to get going, and then it starts to build on its own and you start to create something that really starts to flow and click. And obviously we're going to do our thing, but we want people to connect. We want to connect with people. And so like when it comes to doing the cast right, we do want to do it right. We want it to look sexy. We don't expect this to be any different than any other, we are following like in the footsteps of the other casts that we like. And so,
or at least we're trying to, man. We all have our limitations.
Right, and the shock of our cast or whatever, hopefully that's going to be connecting with the world is, the fact that we're really being a lot more vulnerable about our religious trauma and just our history, and stuff that's going around in our lives. Everyone's lives, or a lot of people, and there's a lot of relatability there. It's a conversation that's scary to talk about. My point being is it's different. It's scary for us to talk about. And
you're talking about a religious trauma?
Just about this cast being a piece of art, like this podcast it's just a piece of art. We want to get public. We want to get out there again. We want to be vulnerable. And this is motivating us to do our art, like our music, which is where we all started for us. Yeah. And so you're writing music like crazy again, which is just motivating me. And so we're talking about the ADD.
You say you're not a competitive person, man, but you're so competitive with music.
Why?
Because the second I've ever gone through, because I always go through production waves where it's like albums come out of me every few years and that's about it. And then it's hard to keep producing at some points, but every time I'm producing, when I was doing Satire, when I started releasing like new singles for Signs and stuff, it's like, you're like, I'm going to do Neo Man and I have an album coming out. Well, I just made 20 beats last night.
I'll tell you that, dude. I'm telling you though, and I told you this, and this is the truth. Out of everybody I'm not, when it comes, like I'm a drummer. I was never the front man. I always wanted to be a front man, but I knew drummers are hot. Like I always knew the drummers are hot and I had a lot of aggression to get out. So like competition for me was like, I was just really used to being the guy that had to sit waiting for the guitar and bassist and piano player to know the chords. And I'm there. They're like, all right, Nathan, to do the beat. Oh, you want me to do the beat for you? You want me to do the beat for you? You need me. Like that's as much as and so honestly, like there are artists that I know you could probably think of that have felt competitive just because I felt like I wanted to be like, we had a friendship that was getting always, it was so hard to feel honest when there's competitiveness in the music scene. And like, we both went our different ways in music. And so like there was that feeling, but I've never felt like a competitive person in music. You doing music
inspires you to do music.
It makes me think I can do this. Yeah. I don't actually believe in myself all the time. When I see you doing it and completing it, it makes me like, I'm envious of your drive. I'm not jealous of you. I'm envious of your motivation and your ability to complete a project. So when you send me 2 more songs and I'm like, write more. The thing is, I can't even write right now. Like I'm not even writing, but you make me want to push you harder. So when you're like bringing this up, I'm like, now I want to challenge you to do something different. Cause it's like, well, what are you doing? I'm like, nothing. But you make me want to fucking push you. Cause it's like inspiring.
Yeah.
No, and I'm all about that, man.
That's been like in the energy for me recently too, is find something incredibly authentic and be vulnerable with it and put it in your music and be it, own it. And throw it out there, It's easy as a producer to, especially as me, like a perfection producer, very logical. When it's like, oh, I want this type of idea. I hear a song and I want to do it. I'll produce that exact type of idea in that exact song almost. Just a couple different things, couple different sounds. And it's like, oh, I made the song. Even you said it. You were like, yeah, Zach, that's a Drake song. Make the next one. Like it sounds great. Make the next one. It's the same idea. It's that idea of, I'm interested to see like where my music goes the more vulnerable I get with Signs, because Signs was never meant to be vulnerable until like I released White Walls with you, and then Needs after that was like
those boys was just, it first started with us just drinking and hugging,
we posted it
last year, and then it turned into us just shooting the shit, and now here we are like getting in trouble for talking about religious trauma. So it's like, who knows how things always start to change. I think that it even took me for a while to take Signs seriously. I mean, those walls was
White Walls
was those walls, I think that's a Kendrick song.
These walls,
yeah. White Walls, that was a really serious song for me, but it was like a production. It was just feels for me. So when I sent it to you and you were like, oh, it's vibes, I was like, oh, it's gonna be serious. And when you wrote to it, I was like, it's Zach's, like, dude, mostly yours.
I think that in particular, that song, I think it really shows me that there's so much more in music than just sound. Because those samples that you used to make that song, like you just manipulated them a certain way, but those samples, those were in one of my old sample packs for a minute, and I would go over them a couple times, be like, yeah, they sound dope, I'm never going to use them. And then for some reason, when you use them and you send them to me, I remember when I heard it, I was like, oh, I know these samples. And I felt it more. Like just like the small things you did, I felt it so much more. And I was like, the energy's there. I already know what I want to say.
That's interesting. It's like being delivered a beat by a producer or a track by a producer as a singer is different than writing a song yourself.
Oh, for sure.
And it's hard. It's hard doing top to bottom. It's nice to work with. It's the same thing as like us wanting, to outsource this cast. It's easy to have people outsource, like that, whatever. But, I think I also am just a really true believer, just like any other art, like a singer or a photographer. You can take 1 million photos and you only need one to get the right picture, and you can still take 1 million photos and not get the right one. And so in production, you can have like one sound that like makes the track. I believe in that. I don't think I think that a producer can add their flair to things. So you're like, every track they do, you can just hear the way they produce feels good. And like, so like sometimes every time I write a track, I just know when the feel's there. Like whenever, that's how I produce. It's like, that's staying. Why? It's staying. You don't hear that?
Yeah.
I don't even know how to describe it. It's like, it feels right. And so, I do think like reverb and delay can go a long fucking way.
There's just art in everything, man.
When you but I just like the reverb, little like plate reverb and some like delay, but really those two, and then taking frequency low to highs, and you just do that, man. And I believe what it does, and I'm giving a secret to what I think is like so powerful in certain production, is it's relatable, that reverb and like heavy reverb and like low frequency to high frequency is relatable because it's such an internal feeling. And if you take a stethoscope and you put it on the belly, or you take a stethoscope and you listen to the heart, that's how it sounds. Everything is echoey, low frequencies and huge reverb. So it's like,
so you think it almost like relates to almost like your inner being?
The moment where you're like, because I know.
Almost like it's bringing you back to being a baby in your mom's womb.
Exactly. And that's exactly what I think it is if you can get sounds and vibes and things that might relate to what it was like being in the womb, where it was like, if you were in the womb and you were like, it's like, what would you actually hear? It'd probably be like, you'd hear like, I don't know how she's saying. Yeah. You're falling in love. You're gone. Gross, dude. Stop. But yeah, exactly. Everything sounds so good when you're frequencing in and out. And I think that the reason why in our like low frequency, high frequency also sounds good is because here it comes.
Oh,
we live, our bodies are bodies of sphincters. And sphincters, everything is going, squeezing through something to push through to see the light, whether it be shit
or babies.
And the thing is, it's like when you come out to see that light and you're like, we're not. So whether it's a voice, so it's like, that's powerful. Or if it's like, wah, THX sound.
Remember that meme Or it's the kid that does that.
Yeah, no, it's the Universal. I think it's Universal.
All right. So we're at 47 minutes. So
cool.
Anything we want to touch on before we get to that hour where we're starting to try to close it down?
No, I thought that was it's funny. I'm going to say this in the cast, but like you can definitely make a lot of shorts for the music. I think that's just like a lot of what we do is production music. And so this cast is us finding what to talk about. Every cast is, I think, important. Like we can have jumping in today is just a flow. I do think it's important to be talking about like what we love, which is music.
Yeah.
And the production of it, talking about the differences, what we find exciting. Because then we can really connect with more producers and musicians. And then also, I don't know, but like that's like something that I think is important to be talking about more.
Also,
as our music
let's
productions.
give our secrets away.
You think so?
Well, I'm starting to see some people on TikTok doing that because I'm on like the producer side of TikTok.
What secrets do we have?
I don't know. Anything where it's like, hey guys, when you're producing this, just do this, 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 and this. Like that's the stuff I see. Or I'll see guys in podcasts or something, and they'll say like, oh, when I'm producing, if I need to get like motivated or something, I'm religiously doing this or like doing that. And they kind of give away their secret to being creative because I think that's so valuable to people, learning how you create. And we both have ways where it's like, this is what I would do if I had to create. And it's copious amounts of psilocybin.
Which is decriminalized. I was thinking about that. I mean,
decriminalized.
People talk about shit like this on the pod. Is it okay to talk about this on YouTube?
Psilocybin?
Everything, yeah, anything like that. Like if you tried DMT and you said I did DMT.
I mean, you see Joe Rogan talking about it all the time, so probably can't be that bad.
I have to now edit out that name.
Rogan.
It's just going to be a long beep, right when you say it, right then.
That's so loud.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
And they're like, what are they bleeping out? Joe Rogan's name. It's obnoxious. They don't want you to hear it.
What? All right.
Go for it. It's my turn?
It's your turn.
Let's get through some here.
Ooh. That was not 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There?
Yeah.
Oh, that's even better. Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away. Let's go. Let's go. Move. Okay, stay there because he can't get the 1. There's no way he can get the 1. I'm coming for you. Here we go. Get the 1. Get the 1. Get the 1.
No! You dirty little slut. I was so close.
No! It wasn't even a roll. Some bullshit, man. There you go. There you go. See you later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, he's catching up.
This is a tight game. You're so stupid.
Don't get that 6. Tough game, Zach. Tough game.
It's very intense.
Wow, he's saved with 2. You're still in the lead.
You are really good at getting these 6s. Damn it.
You might as well go there.
Oh, that's right, I can. Yes. All right. Tied game, baby.
Oh!
Nate's
In
took
the
lead. Damn it.
And I'm going to come around the corner bend here with the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Zach rolls a 6. He's out. Then he's got all of his players out. Nathan coming around the bend with a 2. And Zach comes in the back here with another 2. 1, 2. He drops it. He leaves the home base with everybody else at home. 1, 2. We got the short numbers here.
1, 2.
It's going to be inching away. Nathan needs a 4 here to get the 4 here. He's got the 1. There goes the
iPods are falling over.
The iPod shuffle is down. The iPod shuffle is down. 1, 2. Zach goes into the green base. Things are tight here. Nathan needs all 3 to move in the lead. Right, tail on his ass. Uncle Zach's coming here. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's in the yellow base, but no one. With the 6 coming out hot.
Coming in hot, folks. He's got the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is Zach going to get the 5?
He needs the 5. He doesn't. He gets the 6. He's out.
Is Nate going to get the 1? No, he got the 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it comes. He needs the 4. Oh!
1, 2, 3, 4. Takes him out. No, this is good. We're going fast. Keep going. You're doing great. You get 6s like left and right.
Nathan is very upset now.
But Zach might take the win.
Son of a bitch. Nathan really needs that 6 to come back out and play, but this is where you can really get stuck in the pocket here when you get the last player there and he's never coming out. He's never coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4. But we're gonna keep at it here with the big pumps. We're gonna give it a big pump. He's coming out with the 3. Oh my god!
Tied game. Almost identical sides.
Oh, with the 1 because I want to do a
1, 2, 3. No.
Here comes the 6.
No. Yes.
I thought I was gonna come out hot.
I'm running. I'm sprinting. I'm sprinting so slow.
No, dude. No,
1, 2, 3.
No.
You need a 6 and a 6 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Double 6s, baby.
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boom. Get in your face. Dude, what a game. That was a great game.
Wow, that was I really thought I had that one. We had greens. We had greens all over the board, people. I don't know if you just saw that there. That was a complete Zach came out of nowhere.
Came out pretty hot.
The way you were actually bumping or pumping or
I was technical.
Well, you were pushing.
Oh.
You were pushing.
Yeah.
Like your fingers did that thing where you like it worked.
I was speaking.
Well played.
Thanks, man.
Well played. All right, moving on here because we got to finish up. These are Gen Z slang words that we are trying our best to keep up on. Remember from episode 12 last week, we went through 10. We took the W. We learned what stands were.
We ended on salty, right?
Let me see. No, what do you mean? Let me see that. Let me see. Dude, we went all the way down. We went E-boy, E-girl, the W, dank, ghosting, and we ended on
salty.
We ended on salty.
That's what I was asking.
Yes, sir. My bad.
All right, so next one up. Did we do it a certain way last time? I don't remember.
Yeah, you just said it. You just went okay, number 11.
A big yikes. The slang.
You can put the paper down. I mean, you're holding it up in front of your face.
The slang speaks for itself in this one. Big yikes is used when you're so embarrassed that yikes doesn't do it justice.
Big yikes.
Big yikes.
Oh, well, yeah, if you say
so
it like
when daddy has some
like that.
diarrhea in his panties, oops, big yikes.
Oh my God, big daddy, big diarrhea, big yikes.
Big yikes.
That's what you're going to use. I was thinking more like you're in Walmart and someone accidentally falls in front of you and you're like, whoa.
Big yikes. Whoa. That's a big yikes.
Yikes. Big yikes.
Bougie? This term can be used.
Bougie, dude? Boogie. Give me this. Bougie.
Bougie.
I'll read them.
Yeah, can you read them for me?
Bougie. This term can be used if you're describing something or someone
fancy.
That is extravagant or fancy.
Oh, you bougie. Oh, you bougie.
Yeah, you're bougie. Isn't there... what's that song I'm thinking? Is it a Drake song?
No, it's a Migos song.
Bad and bougie?
She bad and bougie.
Is that what it is?
I think so.
I hope it is.
Remember that's when Migos blew up.
13 is Fina.
Fina?
Fina. F-I-N-N-A.
Finna?
Finna is a shortened term for saying I'm going to.
Oh, I'm finna. Like I'm finna pull up.
What?
I'm finna.
Finna pull
like,
up?
oh, you can come over? I'm finna pull up.
I don't think you'd say I'm. Would you say I'm? Finna pull up? finna pull up on that shit.
Like you're just fin on something. I'm finna.
Finna is a short term for saying I'm going to.
Finna.
We're just like, this is hard.
No, I've said that before.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
No, dude. I'm like, I say
you're actually, fucking e-boy.
Maybe I'm saying it wrong and I'm making it my own thing. I say I'm fin to do something. So it's like, dude, I'm fin to show up.
This was hard. We have to leave. Maybe we could 14 cap.
No cap, baby. No cap.
An older but still relevant term. Cap means to lie. If you say no cap, it means you're being authentic or truthful.
Yeah, straight up, man. No cap.
Yeah, don't cap me. Don't cap on me. Don't make me cap on you.
No, that's not how it's used, but it's fine.
No cap. No, I think
no cap. There you go.
People used to say, "I'm going to cap on you."
I'm going to cap on you, just like that, huh? I'm going to cap on you.
Hey, don't make me come over there and cap on you.
I'm going to cap on you.
15. High key.
High key?
High key is simply the opposite of being low key.
Yeah, dude, I'm high key.
Yo, low key?
I'm focused. High key.
Yo, low key? That over there's high key.
Yeah, high key.
Yo, low key though. That shit over there's high key.
High key.
High key. High key. You're the tiki god. You're the tiki god.
You're the tiki god.
Yeah.
Is that what he's saying?
Yes.
You're the tiki god.
He's telling him he's like lifting weights. He's like, you're the tiki god. You're the tiki god.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that
Positive.
up. I'm gonna look it up. That's a quote from I Love You Man, if anyone knows.
You're the tiki god.
You're the tiki god. That would make so much more sense.
16. Chuggy.
Oof.
Something that is chuggy is not at all trendy.
Oh, you're chuggy. This is Z. This is Gen Z. I've never heard this.
This podcast is
chuggy.
Not chuggy.
We have opposing opinions.
We are trendy, but you might think we're chuggy. 17. Simp. Someone who does way too much for the person they have a crush on.
Oh, so it's like a whip.
You and I are simps, dude, for our lovers. Well, that's a good thing.
We're older. Know what? We're older, dude.
Here's the thing. If you've ever been called a simp,
you're a good person.
It's important that you put yourself first in most situations, not in an egotistical way, but protect yourself, love yourself. And that will give you probably the support you need to love others. But if someone calls you a simp, they're probably a stan.
Yeah, fuck that stan.
Fuck that stan. Okay, you're the CEO of your own life. Be that simp. Be that simp. Be that simp. All right.
That's good. You're so much better than me.
18. Camp.
Like camping? Like camp?
Like going out into the woods and camping. No, something that is ironically trendy. One might consider Crocs to be of the camp aesthetic. What the fuck? Wow.
Yeah,
okay. Something that is ironically trendy. Oh my God, bro. Your garden's camp.
Dude, that's so camp.
It's weird though, because like your garden has like a campy flair.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how to use this. 19. Snack. This is a good one.
She's a snack.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Dude, I'm a snack. And you know what my nickname is? Snackery.
Ooh, Alex called you Snackery?
No, one of my co-employees called me that.
Oh my God, dude.
Snackery, and then I was like, dude, I'm telling everyone that.
That is
I
the
love
cutest.
it. Yeah, I'm Snackery.
Oh, you should. Yeah, from now on, you're Snackery. Yeah. Number 20.
From now on, you're Snackery.
From now on, you're Snackery, and from now on, I'm Nifty. Nifty and Snacker.
Nifty and Snackery.
Nifty and Snackery over here. Number 20 is TFW. TFW stands for that feeling when. TFW, you get off work early on a Friday.
TFW,
Yeah, TFW. What was 11 again?
11 is...
right there on that page.
Big yikes.
Yo. Big yikes.
Yeah. Big yikes.
I don't know if I can do this. This is hard. Let me see. This is really
Here, let me... You went first last time. Let me go first this time.
Good luck. Those are hard.
I feel like going second's real
Gen
tough.
Z's talking this way. They have a whole new language.
I was walking around Walmart. Woman falls over. I was like, big yikes.
Big yikes. Here we go again, dude. You mispronounced the first word. You did this the last time. Or something. It was like you failed right away. All right, try again, dude. Try again.
All right, man. I walk into Walmart, right? This woman falls over. I'm like, woo, big yikes. I'm big yikes.
Come on, yikes. Get it. Come on, get it again.
Woman falls over. I'm like, big yikes.
Yes.
And then...
yes. Tell him.
I was like, you looking chuggy. You finna get up? No cap.
Yes. Brilliant. Keep going.
TFW, ow. And then I was like, bitch, I'm high key, no cap.
No cap.
I'm snackery.
Yeah, snackery. No, that's ours. Whatever. That was brilliant.
Go for it, man. You see what? Yeah, you do better. Okay.
I don't think we didn't even have you go the last time because it was like you just killed it. I thought you weren't going to kill it, but you killed it. Yo, high key note here. Got engaged. Yeah, hot air balloon fell through. Big yikes. But girls who use it was looking mad bougie when I asked her. Okay, makeup. It's looking mad bougie. Mad is like an old person term too, so I gotta stop using mad. It's chuggy when I use the word mad right now. But Fina, I'm trying to find my way out of this shit. Feeling like a real simp talking about my engagement. But got this dope hotel in Union Square. Shit was it was real camp. My girl's a snack. TFW when she walks into the house. TFW she walks in the house. TFW she walks in.
Gotcha.
TFW when we had TFW end this podcast. It's hard because I want to say when. TFW end this podcast.
It should be TF when.
TF when. Yeah, seriously. You know what, Gen Z?
Yeah,
TF when you figure this out. You're going to feel real dumb. That feeling.
Yeah, TF when you're masturbating. When your mother walks in the room. Doesn't feel that.
Speaking of mothers, my son, right. Your nephew, and our mother is in the other room. She saw the podcast for the first time tonight. Love you, Mom.
Yep. Love you, Mama.
And we'll see you very soon. Right now.
Clip to it.
Clip to her. And the blink camera.
Blink, they're all.
Yeah. just bloody as violent as video games. She's just. Ah! All right, see you guys. Thank you, everybody.
Hey, thanks for watching episode 13. This has been a good time. Remember, I won the board game.
Yeah, I got in trouble. Thank you.
You got in trouble.
You killed me, man. You killed it. You did. Great job.
Hey, dude.